Saturday. Thank you. Good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. Good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody. Oh my God. I can't believe it. It's Spirit Week. It's Spirit Week. Gosh. Hmm. Ew. Who? Ah. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Happy Saturday, everybody. Happy Saturday. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this this Saturday. This Saturday. We have an awesome show today. An awesome show. Today we will be talking about love. Tis the season for love. Right? Last week we talked about peace. I mean, it's that season all around. We got peace, we got love, and today is all about love. I knew a commercial coming up. I got it. It's all about the love, right? I have two awesome guests that will be coming in and chatting with us about this topic. I think, you know, for the month of December, it can be an up and down type of situation. You know, do we love? Do we not? Is there peace? Is there not? What what does it bring for you? Is it easy to love? Is it easy to love? Have you guys found that it's easier to love in or out of this season? In or out of this season? Thank you everybody for coming and hanging out with me. This is Divine Living. I am Miss Divine. If you haven't seen that, you see my name right there. It says Miss Divine. Yes, and we have the pleasure of holding that featured show time slot at 11 a.m. on the Tag app. Yes, that's where we're streaming from, the Tag app. That's where I am. Um, so today and each and every Saturday, you find me here. We will have a different theme um, about wellness. Divine Living is a personal growth and wellness show that talks about being well. Now, if you have a hard time wondering or knowing what divine living is all about, just say keep it PG. Keep it PG. Personal growth and wellness. Keep it PG. It's about personal growth and wellness. All right. I know I saw one of my guests here, but if they are both here, go ahead and request the box. Go ahead and request the box. Yes, keeping it PG. Personal growth and wellness is what we have happening with Divine Living. So I have two guests, I believe, today. I know I see one so far, but if our other guest comes, then they come. If they don't, then we're gonna wish them well, positive vibes, and prayers and all that kind of stuff. Whatever we do, well, I hope they come. I hope they come. You know, it's great to have everybody here. Great to have everybody here. Either way, you are here, right? You are here, and we have everybody here waiting. Okay, so I'm going to bring my guest up. I'm going to bring my guest up and remind everybody that has on a red jacket what you have permissions to do. When people act like they don't know what an invite is, y'all know where to take them. Take them to the next place. All right, here we go. Here's my guest for today. Two awesome guests coming in to the. Oh, I'm so happy that you guys have chosen to be with me this Saturday morning. Now, I know it's a press sometimes. to get up on Saturday mornings. I know it's a press. So thank you for pressing with me. Thank you for pressing with me and being here on Divine Living. Yes. Okay. So
My wife.
everybody who you are, what you got going on. I can't hear you.
You can hear me?
Now I can. Now I can.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, what's going on? All right.
So
Good
you
morning.
got
Good morning.
tell me who you are and what you got going on.
I can't
Maybe you can
hear.
start first because Frank's going to be a gentleman and let you go first. Tell everybody who you
Okay,
are
good
and what
morning.
you got going on.
I am Queen Bee. Y'all have to excuse my voice. I am getting over a cold, Lord. I am Queen Bee. I do stream on Tag App Monday through Wednesday from 11 a.m. Central Time to 1:30 Central Time. I am new to the app, so y'all bear with me. I'm still learning, but that's all about me.
Welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday.
Well, I'm keeping it frank. Y'all can catch me sometimes in the mornings. We do morning motivations, as many mornings as I can out of the week. And also Man Law Monday, every Monday, 8 p.m. Central. Usually me and a few of the guys in the box. We had good conversations. And we invite the ladies in, but it's definitely for the guys to speak their truth. We all have different opinions, but we definitely love to hear from the women.
Frank is my morning wake up call. I'll be like, Frank, where you at? Until it gets to about Friday, and I'm like, I can't do this. thank you for thank you for waking us up in the mornings. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right, so y'all know what the topic is about today, right? Y'all know what the topic is about. It's all about what are we talking about today? What is today's topic? Mm,
Love.
Love, love, love.
tis the season to love. Tis the season to love. So when we talk about love, tell everybody what you believe, the definition, or what it means to you. What does love mean?
Mm. Ladies, ladies first.
Oh, okay. Um, so to me, love is really just not necessarily being with someone or caring so much about someone, but to the extent really caring so much about someone that you're willing to do just about anything for them. But it's different types of love. Like the way that I love my kids is going to be different from how I love my significant other. The way that I love my parents or my mom is going to be different how I love my kids or my significant other. So it's kind of different types of love depending on what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All in all, I like to think of love as kind of the base of gratitude. I think if when you think of gratitude and appreciating something, you can pair it with love. I think that's the very root of it. In terms of people, I think it is a commitment to put effort into a relationship, especially beyond the bounds of what may be standard or normal for us. Um, what is love is such a big question, though. I mean, we can go on that forever. Like she said, though, you can love someone, you can be in love with somebody. I think those are two completely different things, but I think a lot of times we overlook the foundation of it just being love, and that's to
Mm-hmm.
appreciate somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. I um I love the word love. That's me. I love the word love because it embodies so many different things, just like Queen Bee was saying. Um, so let's talk just a little bit about that. You know, the different types of love and where love comes from, where love starts with us. Let's talk about a few of those. Is there anything that resonates with you? First off, when it comes to love, when we say, "Oh, the types of love," what is your heart song? I love that part. Your heart song when it says love. Where does that come from?
I think it
Uh,
starts with family.
You say family?
I think it starts with family. I think that's the first love we all experience.
Hmm.
So obviously the mother, you start with the mother, but you understand that it's a family. And I think that's just the root of it. So everybody's just different if you don't really necessarily have that.
Hmm.
I think in my position from having love and then going through a phase where it wasn't as available, I value love differently, but somebody who's surrounded by love all the time, they might not see that because it's something on the sideline, something subconscious that they don't see how much love they're around. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
so for me, I'm gonna just be transparent for a moment. Um, my father died when I was 4, so I never experienced the love that, how they say, um, your daughter's first love is always going to be their father. I
Hmm.
never experienced that. So growing up in life, it was like I had to learn how to love and how to be loved. And even to this day, I'm gonna be 100% honest, I'm still learning. I know how to love my kids because I've always had that motherly love. And my mom always showed me how to love the kids, or, she showed me how to be loved by kids. So even with that, I'm still growing in that. But in the aspect of loving, being loved by someone or loving someone, I'm still learning how to do that. But however, I do know what I want. And I think that's also a part of love. Like you have to know what you want or how you want to feel. Because how you want to feel is a big part of love as well.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. I like that part.
Yeah.
I like it all. You can always jump in when you need to, Frank, because I know the conversation will keep going with you. So whenever I know you had a thought, I know you had a thought that you wanted to go with. So
I
if
got
you want to
I
go
got
ahead,
so many
so that's
I got so many thoughts.
go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
got
Go
so many
ahead.
I'm here
thoughts on it.
for it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, I think love is what pushes those boundaries on what you may think you even want. So you could even think you want something, and then somebody you truly love it lets you know or shows you like, no, that's not really what you want, not necessarily
Mhm.
what you need. Love is vulnerability, so it puts you in an interesting space. And it's a space that you don't give everybody. Only things that you care about or things that you love can truly hurt you. So it's a it's a double-edged sword on that. But the biggest takeaway being that you give somebody that power, knowingly, like, all right, cool, I'm letting myself be vulnerable with you. But that was it.
That's cool. So on the show, I typically talk about the 8 dimensions of wellness. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the 8 dimensions of wellness or not. Um, but that's where this show kind of started with me. Talking about those things. I also, in looking for just things to talk about with love, found that there are 8 different types of love.
Hmm.
8
Yeah, I
I
different
didn't
gotta
know
types
write these
of
that.
down.
love. Yeah. So, um, I'm not going to butcher up the Latin or Greek, whatever this is that they come from, but I will talk about where they come from, where they start. Oh no. Come back, Frank. I'll talk about where they start. So, yes. So there is love of the mind, love of the body, love of memory, love of spirit, emotion, subconscious, soul, and survival. Those are the different types of love. And I was wondering if those even equate with the dimensions of wellness, um, which I don't know that they do, but either way, if they do or don't. When you were talking about Queen Bee, the love of for your children, the love for your children, and how that goes with those 8 types of love. I think that it it's different when we love our children because it is um, surrounded with all of those things. You
Hmm.
know, there's nothing like hugging your child. There's
Hmm.
nothing like sharing um, sharing in their interest. those are like really cool things. Even when it comes to family, when you get ready to share, those personal things, then it means so much more. What do you guys think? Did you hear them, Frank? Did you want me to run
Not
them
all of
down
them.
to you
Not
again?
all of them. Really quick. Yeah, I had to leave my office.
Okay. So we can talk about love of the body. So love of the body is more of like romance. Love of the mind is affection, memories. That's more of like gratitude, spirit. That's that agape that was just in the comments. That's selfless type of love. Emotion, which can be playful, flirty, smiling, things of that nature, subconscious. And that's like just showing interest in someone, or the things that they do. And then there's soul, which is more of that self love
Mhm.
and survival, which can be looked at as a little on the obsessive type, like, oh gosh, are you obsessed with this person? Is this going beyond love?
Right.
So, those are the things that I found when it comes to love, when I was looking up what love is and how to even, express those things. We love can be all types of things. You agree or disagree?
I
How do you
agree.
guys feel with that?
I definitely agree. I think in a lot of what we do, love ends up being the gas. I guess to say, if you want to be able to communicate with somebody and do that effectively, because of what's behind that, you go on this journey of communication, and that pushes
Mhm.
you through to actually be able to get there. In terms of all of all of the different,
Oh, he's stuck again.
just taking that journey
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. You froze on us for a little bit, but you back. You back
again.
again. Yes,
Mm,
but
it's
you
crazy.
might be okay. You might be
Yeah, I'm okay.
okay. Did you want to say
Elaborate more.
anything? Yeah. Um.
No, I mean, I think it's like I said. I think it's the root of it all. In terms of what you're doing it for, and the reason you do most of what you do, that's what it's supposed to embody. I think we get caught up in a lot of other things or distracted, so to speak. Um, but there's people who love people to death, literally.
Mm,
Because they don't know how to
mhm.
handle that kind of love. They may be wrapped up mentally or emotionally. It's a lot of pieces in that puzzle that you really gotta attack. I think personally though, we all need to decide what that means to ourselves.
Yeah.
You got to know what that means. Like Queen says, you got to know how to receive it too. She's not the only one who's learning at all. I still got to learn myself, but
Yeah.
especially because I'm a bit different. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much my piece on it.
Yeah, I agree. But I think the main thing with love is that if you don't know how to love yourself, how do you know how to love somebody else?
Hmm.
Um, I think
Yes.
that's one thing that kind of gets us as, I don't want to just say women, I'm going to say as humans, because we have so many self-conscious issues like, oh, I'm too fat. Um, she looks better than me. She's smaller than me. She has different facials than me. So how can I love someone else? How can I love this next person if I don't love myself? Even that goes with our kids. We shouldn't be comparing our kids to anyone else. However, sometimes, and I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I do it myself, like with my child in cheer. This child may know how to flip better than my child. I love my
Mhm.
child, but how can I say that I truly love this child if I'm comparing her to somebody else? You see what I'm saying? So I think
Mhm.
sometimes that could be, one of our faults. We have to know how to love ourselves and our others versus, comparing to somebody else or even trying to love somebody else.
Yeah. Good morning, y'all. This is Divine Living, a personal growth and wellness show, keeping it PG, a personal growth and wellness show where we talk about being well. Today we are talking about love. Tis the season for love. And you guys, you must stick around to the end, towards the end of the show. We will be doing some naughty or nice things, along with the Spirit Week for creative vibe. So I will be giving out the first clue of the scavenger hunt. You you can gather a clue to each part of the scavenger hunt in the shows of Creative Vibe. The next show that you can get the clue is this afternoon. This afternoon with Sewing Royalty and her hip hop and R&B playground, Sewing Royalty show. Sewing Royalty show. So y'all check her out. It's in the banner too. It's in the banner too. So you can grab the next clue. I'm not giving it away yet. I'm not giving it away yet. You got to hang around. You got to hang around to get the clue. We're going to continue this conversation on love. Now, you guys were just talking about that giving to yourself and loving to yourself. How important is self-love, self-care especially during this time of the year? Do you have any tips or how you prioritize yourself during this hustle and bustle time of the year?
Man, to be honest, that's a journey I'm just starting personally. You know, I had talked about it with the guys. You know, that's not anything that men really um, think about. Is really on the side for us. Um, but I mean, the most I really do, honestly, I think when we talked about like self love, it was like guys go to the barbershop. You know, that's about as good as it gets for us. Like we go to the barbershop, we work out. Obviously, there's other areas to improve on, but just starting the conversation with guys is something completely in its own. Um, I'm very new to it. I was thinking about it because I got a couple weeks off myself, and the only form of love I know in that aspect is to work on the things that I care about. Get back into alignment with my purpose. But I know that that's just the start for me. I have tell me something,
Yeah.
teach me something. You know.
Okay. All right. How about you, Queen B?
Self love is very important, self care. Um, so, a typical self care to me, honestly, it could be something so small as just sitting in my room, um, watching maybe a movie by myself or sitting in the car for a long period of time. Because even though, some people look at that as just being typically lazy getting out the car, that's actually a time for yourself.
Hmm.
I like to sit in the car, especially when I get off work from a long days of work, and then I work with kids, and now I have to go in the house and deal with my own
Hmm.
kids. So it's like I take that moment of, okay, let me debrief myself because I don't want my energy
Hmm.
from what happened at work or me dealing with someone else's kids. I don't want that to feed onto my own kids. So sometimes that self care moment would be me sitting in my car, just trying to
Yeah.
get myself together, or even just, sitting in a room. Or sometimes I'm so grateful for my mom because she has my kids the vast majority of the day after school or whatever. But when I come home, I'm able to take a shower and just stand in the shower and just have my alone time with myself. So little things like that is amazing for me. I know it may be small to y'all, but I take those to heart. So
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
think it's
Yeah.
very important because if you don't have that moment to yourself, you'll never be able to actually love the people that are around you or even appreciate the people that's around you.
that's interesting because I mean I stay by myself, so things like that I don't really think about that much. But I guess in terms of things that are therapeutic, yeah. But I've never really looked at those as like self love, or self
Mhm.
care. It just was
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
a part of life. But um, I mean, I've had women tell me like, "No, you should go do something for yourself." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" You know, that's how
Mhm,
foreign that is.
mhm,
I'm like, "What? Do something?
mhm,
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a haircut. Yeah, that's better." You know, but
mhm,
I know I got some buddies. They go to spas and stuff. You know, I got some. I just
mhm.
never like. I don't know. It seems weird to me because it's nothing I've done. You know, it's like you don't take care of yourself like that. At least as a single black man, I'm not going out to the spas. I may go out to have dinner every once in a while. You know, by myself. I don't mind. I don't mind that. But anything additional, that's new information to me.
And I think
So,
this may be like kind of off topic, but I think it's kind of crazy how men don't do things like that. And I guess that's how society puts it, where men don't do spas or don't do facials and stuff like that. But me personally, I feel like men should do that. Like
right.
women, not only women are able to get their face pampered and have good skin routine and skin condition and stuff, men should take time out to do that for themselves as well.
Yeah, get that petty. Get that petty. Put your feet in the water. Put your feet in the water.
I
Right.
Look, it's
I ain't never
important.
had nobody touch my feet.
Oh, oh, you got to try it. You got
Yeah.
to try it. You got
Yes.
to
Get
try
them
it. And look,
claws.
the thing is like even with getting a pedicure, you're going to the shop. They are getting paid to do this.
Yeah.
They are getting paid to do this.
Exactly.
So don't be all subconscious about what your feet look like or what they are used to pretty feet, ugly feet, long feet, short feet. They don't care about what your feet look like. They don't care at all. So go
I
ahead and put your feet in the water.
I don't even
Put your
think
feet
it's
in the
that
water.
as much as, just psychologically, that ain't nothing that come to my mind at all. I don't think
Yeah,
about
yeah.
somebody touching, man, look, woman touch my feet, she might be my wife. I don't know. That's how I feel. That's how vulnerable I feel about that. Like,
Right.
you touching on my
Just
feet,
go get the pedicure. Just go
touching on
get
my
the
feet. I
pedicure.
don't know.
You don't have to
But
be
that also
nobody.
goes back to us not seeing it done before. Like
Mhm.
most
Hmm.
men, they've never seen their father or their father figure go get a pedicure, get a manicure, even a massage. So it's like I've never seen it done, so why would I do it? Like that's
It's so
and
funny
most
you say
people.
that. I remember being a little kid and I used to always want to do my dad's nails because he was a carpenter and his
Right.
nails were always like, oh, I'm like, come on, let me just do your nails. Soak your hands in the water and let me do this. I did it as a kid. I don't do it as an adult. He's still kind of like whatever. As a kid, he let me play around and do that type of stuff. But you know, I think it's therapeutic, but self care doesn't always have to mean going to a spa or pedicure. You know, you were just talking about that alone time. Queen Bee, I
Mhm.
call that sitting on the porch. I don't have a porch because I live in an
Mhm.
apartment. So that's sitting on the in the car and listening to music and letting your mind just be. That's called
Mhm.
mindfulness. Mindfulness, you know. Sometimes we get caught into meditation and processing of an accomplishing a goal. It is therapeutic. It is self-care to just sit there and let life be. Let life be. You don't have to be
I
accomplishing a
agree.
goal every single moment. Just enjoy the time, enjoy the air, enjoy the sounds, enjoy just being. That's
Mhm.
self-care. But also finding something that you like to do and doing those things. It's okay to do things by yourself. It's okay to um, invite somebody else every once in a while too. That is self care. You know,
Mhm.
it's like, okay, I'm going to call up a friend and we're going to go hang out. That is self care too. So let's talk about this. I found a quote. It says, remember that the happiest people are not those who receive the most, but those who give the most.
Mm.
What does giving and how do you at all equate giving as a form of love during the holiday seasons?
I think standard is obviously presence, right? My standard of giving is supporting or pouring into, whether that be spending time on a conversation to get to something I know is worth more than its weight in gold, whether it be pointing somebody back on the way, and being that support system behind them and that guide map. Because I think a lot of people are lost. To be very honest,
Mm.
I think we're overwhelmed with knowledge and starving for wisdom most of the time. And I think that is the greatest value you can give somebody is something mentally, emotionally, something that's intangible. It's not necessarily anything physical at all. But just opening somebody's mind and being there for them. And I often pointed out with this app, one of the biggest facts with this app is people are on here because of the support system. It may not necessarily to be to get money. It may not be for networking purposes and anything particular. Because, especially as a black man, and knowing that a lot of us do not have support, the support that's present on here is astonishing. It's astonishing in terms of what we actually get in real life. Um, but yeah, I think most of the support is intangible for sure.
Awesome. I like that.
So I definitely agree. I'm a big giver. I rather give, and giving makes me happy versus receiving. I've never been, even as a child, I've never been a person to write out these extravagant Christmas lists that these kids has fathomed up these days. Because PS5 is definitely off the Christmas list. Um, so I've never been that person to look for things back. I'm always giving, giving, giving because that's what makes me happy. That makes me feel like I've accomplished something. So giving with during the holidays, I think is giving is really a big part of the holidays, and it goes back to a story that my kid was just telling me. They do the angel tree every year, and so one of the kids that we selected from the angel tree just so happened to be in the class next to him, and my mom had made him a cup, and he was like, "Oh, mom, I seen the kid that grandma made the cup for," and it just made him happy because he was able to help someone. And so, giving is definitely a big part of the holidays.
I usually don't even do anything extra, but I definitely grabbed me a few of the angel tree tags this year. I was like, man, look, I don't usually do this, but let me go on and get them. And then of course, like we all programmed, I looked at what they need and then what they wanted.
Mhm,
And immediately I was like, drone, like what, hold on, like what kind of life we living in? It was a couple of coats, some PJs, and then the drone and stuff. But it did wonders for me personally. I knew like, all right, Frank, you usually stick to yourself. You usually do this. Let me go ahead and put some love out here.
mhm.
Angel trees are a great idea.
And typically, every year during the holiday time, I always ask the kids what they want. But this year, I told them, okay, I'm going to give you what I feel like you need. Like
Mm,
all the toys and stuff. If you think about it, parents, 90% of the toys that we give our kids, they end up in the trash. You end up walking on them and you get frustrated. So this year we did something different. Versus me giving to you, how about you think of something that you can give to somebody else?
mm,
I like
Like,
that.
how about not thinking of yourself for a moment? Because kids,
Hmm.
they, as adults as well, we're selfish for the most part. So
mm,
we think of things that we can get or how what makes us feel good. But how about we think about somebody else?
mm,
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
mm.
I was never really big on giving to my daughter on Christmas because I gave to her all the time. So
Hmm.
um, we would do one or two things, but I'm like, it's not really the purpose to me to
Right.
give to each
Hmm.
other. We see each other all the time.
And
All
Let's
the
let's
time.
try to do a little more.
yeah,
Let's
and
do
just to randomly connect, that's kind of how I felt about the topic of mindfulness. I felt like because I was in a certain space, I always had to be mindful, and then it had to graduate to a space of therapeutic. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't really look at that as anything different. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think if we do keep giving just gifts, that you can get that misconstrued. Me and my sister used to count gifts before we opened them. Miss the whole purpose.
Hmm.
And then you get older and you look back like, oh, okay, this was for something different. I have memories of the family. We used to get together, and you value different things at different times.
Cool. Good morning, everybody. This is Divine Living, a personal growth and wellness show where we talk about being well. And today we are talking about love. We talked about some good things about love, some some unconventional things, maybe. We're going to touch on a little bit more with the next few questions. But I want to remind you all that you better stick around. You better stick around because we're going to do some naughty or nice things too. I am the first clue for Creative Vibe Scavenger Hunt. I have the pleasure of giving you your first clue. I'm not telling you yet, but you got to have them all to win. You got to have them all to win. So stick around. Stick around for the clue. All right. So the next question, you all, that I have is, or uh, let's talk about finding love in the digital age. Now, we don't
Ooh,
necessarily have to talk about romantic love because we've already discussed love comes in many different forms, different forms. Love can be friendships, love can be any type of relationships, but let's talk about this digital stuff. Now, how has technology created things for you in modern relationships? Do you find that it's unique to find people and express love through even this platform? Or how do you feel?
I feel like it makes a lot of it much more available, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have people who, and we all know this. Sometimes a lot of people who they can be in this position, they cannot be or are not in real life, right? Whether that be opening up, whether that be, because I'm gonna tell you right now, if, well, that's later. I would never, not, I'm not going. I'm not going to stand on the panel and really talk about this in real life. I like to be inside. Um, but as far as that, I think, I don't know. I think it kind of diluted it, to be honest. You have a lot of different connections with a lot of different people. I think it's much easier for lust and love to get confused, but it's also a lot of room for growth just with relationships in general. It's a lot more to be had in that space. Um, I don't know. I know that I'm very close with a lot of people on here just from genuine conversation, and from the very root of it, for sure, it's love on my end. I wouldn't give people my time and energy if it wasn't love. Um,
Yeah.
and I think it gets really misconstrued these days. That's just my take on it. It involves a lot of extra stuff.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. Lust and love can get confused on this platform, but luxury asks the question: is love available on the platform? And I think it is, because like it was mentioned, it's not just about love for as a significant other. It could be friendship. I know I formed a friendship with a lot of great people on this app. So I do believe that love is available, especially with them, because I know that some of them I can call and say, "Hey, I just need to vent to somebody. Um, can you listen for a moment?" That's a form
Mm-hmm.
of love. Listening, in my opinion, is a form of love. So even for as like a significant other standpoint, I believe that it's available. I have had a relationship from the platform before. It didn't end so well, mostly because I'm that petty person. However, love can be found on the platform as well. So, yeah.
Did you say you
Yeah,
were petty
some of
or
that
they were
naughty
petty?
coming out. We got this naughty and
You
nice
know,
coming up.
just a little bit, just a little bit.
So all right, we'll talk later. I want to
Yeah,
know more.
that's another conversation, folks. That's another conversation.
Yeah, that's the follow. That's after
Oh
party.
goodness. That is too funny. So we talked about, do you guys do any volunteer stuff? Is volunteering important to you?
I used to. My only volunteer work has been that angel tree lately. I'm gonna keep it a buck. No, nothing extra. I ain't been doing none of that.
Mhm.
I feel like I
Um,
volunteer enough for my people. I'm sorry.
uh,
No, that's volunteer work. What do you consider your people and what you doing for them, Frank? What you doing?
In terms of time put in and serving, I feel like I'm here to serve my people. Like I think we all get it misconstrued. We're in the service industry. Don't get it twisted. You know,
Mhm.
if Miss D called me, she need me, I'm there. If Queen B called me, I need to talk to me about something, I'm there. You know,
Yeah.
uh, but I do agree that bringing that to light, I'm sure I'll do something now in the next 6 months. You know, but I've worked with nonprofits. You know, call it what you want, but it doesn't always pay. It doesn't always
Mhm.
pay. So you know, but the way you said it makes me think like, oh no, I need to get out here. I need to physically get out here. I tried to buy somebody some food the other day, and he was just like, no man, I need some dollars. I was like, see, you know, like you ain't want nothing to eat.
But see, that's the thing too. I'm gonna let you chime in just a sec, Queen B. But that's the thing too. Sometimes, like, does it matter when we give our money to people that we think may need it? Why do we feel as if they need something that they're not saying they need? I'm not saying that this person was going to do what was right with it, but I'm saying who are we to say what is right?
Right.
Who are we to say what is right?
Yeah, I think
Give the dollar. Give the dollar. Give the dollar.
no,
Even
my
if this
kid
person
got
wouldn't
that.
got them a drink,
Look, he
give
probably
the
would have,
dollar.
and I would have gave it to him. But you know how he is these days. I'm like, I got this Apple Pay for you, dog. What you want something to eat? You know, at first I told him no, and I saw him walking on the other side of the street, and I'm on the left side, and I crossed back over on the other side. I'm like, you know what, man? It's a Dunkin' Donuts down here. I'm gonna go ahead and get you something. He was like, no, man, my buddy, he about to leave in a second. I say, all right, man, whatever, man.
Oh gosh.
Mhm,
Cool, cool.
I
Do you,
agree.
how about you, Queen Bee? Volunteering? Do you do anything?
Like Frank said, just the angel tree is about the most I do. I don't really have enough time to volunteer. Honestly, this is my first weekend off, and God knows when. And the
Oh,
only reason I
yay.
am off today is because I knew that I committed to doing this show. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what, I'll do it next another weekend. But I don't really volunteer that often. If someone needs something, or if I see someone that may need a little push up, I do offer to help, or I do help. But for the most part, I don't go out doing anything like special.
Mm.
So that's really about it. I mean, at the kids' school,
Well,
but
see, that's giving back. That's giving back. I used to work at a school and actually coach dance. And part of the requirements to be on the dance team is that you had to participate in our volunteer efforts. And giving back is extremely important, especially during this season, because there are so many people that are less fortunate. You may think that you don't have, but there is definitely someone that doesn't have um, in a greater capacity. So giving back is extremely important. Now, CD didn't say that he wanted to say anything on my show, but I want y'all to tap into CD Tate. Um, CD Tate's he has an awesome give back program that's going on, and you can be supportive of those efforts here on the app. So tap into CD Tate's live. He goes live every single day for the next few days. He's doing the 12 days of Christmas. And just give back, y'all. He did some awesome work last year, and we are just of hopes that this will just be a greater capacity of giving back to those people that may be in need during this holiday season. Okay, y'all. We oh, did you want to say something? Right. I'm
No, no,
sorry.
I was gonna say. I mean, that's definitely what I'm in line with, in alignment with. Um, I just like to do it more um, on the nonprofit side, where I support the
Mhm.
nonprofits, help build with
Yeah,
the nonprofits. So I'm definitely with that, Tates.
yeah, yeah. Check him out. Check him out. Check him out. Awesome man. Awesome show. Has a couple of shows. I'm not going to be talking about CD tape right now, but check out his 12 Days of
Well,
Christmas. Check out his 12 Days of Christmas. All right, y'all. We've come down towards the latter part of the hour. The latter part of the hour. Again, this is Divine Living, a personal growth and wellness show. I have keeping it frank and Queen B in the stream today. In the stream today, talking about love. But I'm gonna give you the clue. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? All right. So hope I do this right. I'm always doing things. The first clue says, am I supposed to do the riddle too? The first clue says, I can speak, I can dance. I may get dizzy when I spin my head. What gift am I?
Hmm.
Y'all want it
I can
again?
speak. Yes, say it
I
one more
can
time.
speak. No, don't be telling everybody the answer. Queen B, you write these answers down. Write the answer down and keep it to yourself because you gotta gather them all. Catch them all. Catch them all. Catch them
I gotta
all.
do my,
Now I've
my
posted on
pad.
my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram and you don't know all of the Creative Vibe show host, then you might miss one. You might miss one. And the you have to submit your answers to Creative Vibe on Instagram too. So Creative Vibe Nation on Instagram. Um, yeah, and the end of the show or the end of this will all come together on Top Edge Jamila Joy's show next Thursday. Thursday. Yeah, we got some cool things happening. So check out each show. Um, I can give y'all the riddle too. It might make it a little easier, but
Go
I
on, give it
did give
to
a
us.
riddle.
Give
Go
it
on, give
to
it
us.
to us. Come on.
I did give a riddle. Okay, the clue says, I can speak, I can dance, I may get dizzy when I spin my head. What gift am I? A blank in a don't say the answer. Don't say the answer. Keep it to yourself. A blank in a pear tree. Now that's
Hmm.
all I'm saying about that. All right, let's get to this naughty or nice thing.
Oh.
Let's get to this naughty or nice stuff here. So I gave my guest a challenge to write a love letter. This love letter can be to anyone, past, present, former love, person you're in love with, person you want to be in love with, to yourself. It can be any of those things. But before we get into that, I'm going to do a couple of questions. You can only answer naughty or nice. You can only answer naughty or nice, okay? You don't have to elaborate, just naughty or nice. Okay, so the first question is, have you ever regifted a present that you received? Just answer naughty or nice.
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 All right. Have you ever sneaked a peek at your presents before the big day, or did you patiently wait for the surprise?
Naughty.
Naughty.
When it comes to showing affection, do you prefer sweet kisses under the mistletoe or playful snowball fights?
Naughty.
Uh, do you enjoy cozying
I didn't hear Queen B.
up by the fireplace with a loved one or shaking things up with a dance under the twinkling lights?
Naughty.
Yeah, I'm gonna be naughty for this one.
All right. Do you believe in love at first sight, or do you think it takes time for love to blossom?
Which one would be naughty?
Naughty. I don't know.
Right. That's
Naughty. Made me think real hard. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go naughty. Take it how you want. Naughty.
Yeah,
Take
you
it how
you
you
can figure
want.
that out.
Okay, and the last one we're going to do, and we're going to jump into these letters. Have you ever accidentally sent a text meant for someone else to your significant other?
Naughty, naughty. I think so.
Ah,
Go
You know
Queen
naughty.
B,
what
you gonna
happened
answer?
was
Queen B done died about 3 questions. You don't even know.
Oh,
that definitely was a naughty time. A few times, you know.
Oh, that's funny.
I
oh
don't think
wow!
Santa
All
bringing
right.
me anything for Christmas. We're gonna let that one go.
We're gonna let that one go. Oh,
Yeah, there's a lot of naughty going on. A lot of naughty,
man.
not
There's
a
a
not
lot
a
of
lot
naughty
of
in there.
naughty.
About 80% of my answers was naughty.
Man, look, I think I had two
I
nice answers.
appreciate
Maybe
you.
I can get at least a sack of coal or something. Right
Oh
lip,
man.
Santa,
Oh,
I plead the fifth.
Since I did not. It wasn't me.
They say they
it
caught me on
wasn't me.
camera.
I don't
It
know who
wasn't
did
me.
that. Put me on the nice list, please, Santa.
That's not even how you spell
Right,
my name,
Queen?
Santa.
Man. Oh
All right, so
man.
let's tap into these letters. Um, uh, you can read as much as you'd like of your letter, and um, let's talk about what this love has brought you to in writing. Were you able to write anything, Queen Bee?
Um, I have to object to the situation. I did not write a love letter.
No
I
problem.
didn't even get the message about the love letter. Maybe if I had scrolled up to the group that you put me in, I would have seen it. But please forgive me. Charge it to my
No
head, not my
problem.
heart, because I did not write it.
No
Hmm.
problem. No problem.
Well,
Would you like to say anything about love before you leave today?
No, I think we pretty much covered all the bases. I just want everybody to know, don't, if you are out there looking for love or wanting to be loved, don't have your mind so closed. Yeah, we all have standards. However, maybe that 6'5" guy, tall, dark, and handsome, muscle built, he may look a little chubby. So have your options a little open, just tidbit. But no, I think we're all good on here.
Awesome. Awesome.
I appreciate you
Again,
for having me.
tell everybody where they can find you.
Um, I am Queen Bee. I do stream Monday through Wednesday, 11 a.m. Central Time to 1:30 p.m. Central Time. I do try to stream on the weekends at night after I put my kids to bed. Yes, to the MF family. Thank you, AJ. Um, I'm here to go on anybody's show if you want to have me. I am new to the app. I'm still trying to learn things and get things done, but you can find me on here. You can also find my IG. Lip Shine, I don't do music. Put those eyes up. I love coming to the show to watch, but I don't do
You got
music,
other shows.
girl.
Check me out tomorrow on Lip Shine's featured show. You got
I
other
got
stuff.
you.
Thank you.
saying, okay.
Fine.
All
Okay,
right. Thank
look,
you, Queen
I'm all
Bee.
there. Thank you for having me. Can
Okay.
I go out now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You.
Okay.
Hey, man, you really stated that one. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even going. She really skated that one. You
Now,
know. All right. So I definitely started writing something. I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm gonna spit it because I told you I would. All
okay.
right. It says, "To whom my heart concerns." I remember thinking I'm too much to burden anybody with the true love that made sense to me. So I stuck to myself until you said that makes sense to me. Conversations of our history, goals that were meant to be in too deep. It was a different kind of vulnerability. The vulnerability that made me break myself down like a transmission. I've done it 1,000 times for me, but for you, made it a different kind of mission. I wonder if we brought each other together to fruition. All in all, I want to thank you for that decision, knowing I never take flight on you. I was born to fight for you. No irony in divine living, making me right for you. To my future wife, I'm getting right for you. To whom my heart concerns.
To whom his heart concerns.
Boom. No irony
So
in
that's
divine living making me right for you. I appreciate you, Divine.
oh, thank you so much, Frank. Thank you for sharing your love letter with us too.
I say,
Um,
let me get it together. I had to get it together. I say, oh man. She said, read it again.
look, y'all, you can catch this show posted on my YouTube channel. It won't be there today, but it will be there. Y'all check me out on YouTube. Check me out on YouTube, and then tell Frank to read it again
And then tell Frank to
later.
read. Trying to get me, man. She got me. I think they said it
I
before
challenge
already.
you.
I
Go ahead,
appreciate
Frank.
you talking about this. I know you being there in the mornings with me. She right, don't nobody talk about love on here. You know, it's needed. It's surrounded by love. Anybody who thinks they without love, it's definitely around you if it's not in the ways that you even, can see. We all surrounded by it.
Yeah, so true. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Man Law Mondays, every Monday at 8 p.m. Central. We definitely talk our talk. It's usually about me, 4 or 5 other guys. Yickety's in the building as well. He's Man Law with me. Ladies, y'all more than welcome. Come by, listen to us, talk with us. Other than that, every morning I try and do a morning motivation. I'm not working for the next couple weeks, so I might be a little bit more lenient with it. But for everybody who up early, definitely come by. Me and Ms. Divine being there vibing. Got to get your day right.
Hey,
I appreciate you, Ms. Divine.
I appreciate you too. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day.
All right, later, y'all.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna leave y'all with my love letter, and I challenge you all to write a letter as well. Um, because love is important. Love is important. How we love is important, and yeah, let's do this. It's taken me a while to get here, but I can finally say I love you. It wasn't anything you said or did personally, but more of what people said. I internalized the words as my own. Intimidation set in, then fear and annoyance and sadness. I was sad that I thought I had lost you forever. In hard times, I closed my eyes to your needs. I saw your tears and I refused to cry. For all of that, I say I'm sorry. You deserve more. Today, I vow to be forever by your side, to pick you up when you are down, to respect you and appreciate you for all that you are and do, to be kind and sensitive to your needs. Your smile makes me smile, and I never want to see it fade. In faraway places and close by, I, re- am reminded you are so divine. Wherever I will be, love for me forever. So my love letter is to myself. Is to myself. It's that easy, y'all. It's that easy to love yourself. Take the time to love someone close, someone near. Take the time to care and love on you. So, in closing, I will say the words that I always say. Without words, the speech cannot be heard. Without a voice, there's nothing to be said. Without sound, it's only left to be seen. And without them all, we're just beings without being a thing. Use your voice to be the light of change. This has been another episode of Divine Living. Y'all make sure y'all check me out. Check out Sewing Royalty. She's got clue number 2. She's got clue number 2. So check out Sewing Royalty, Fave, Creative Vibe Nation on Instagram. Check out my IG for all the other show hosts with Creative Vibe. And yeah, that is the show. Thank you guys. I love you guys so much. I do. Thank you, Frank. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Y'all take care. I'm gonna be here for just a moment. I